Hello and welcome back to Toolbox. My name is Joe Toole. Today I wanted to look at Doom. I'm going to try and keep today as short as possible, just because I'm running late. I have some things I have to do today, some work stuff, and things going on in the evening. I'm going away this weekend with some friends, so I kind of want to get my day out of the way so I can come home and get ready to do that. Anyway, yeah, so we're going to look at Doom, the most recent one. And yeah, the main thing, I think I touched on this in another episode, but the main thing I want to look at is how they use moving holds to help the short frame range that they have during some of these attacks. To sell, and so that you can actually see what's going on. So the first thing that we're going to do is figure out which clip, because I haven't got a clip lined up yet actually. Let's just grab one. That's a pretty good example actually. Let's do that. Okay, so in this clip, it's one of these glory kills that they do. And this is an amazing video actually. Like, they go through all of the different angles, and I didn't know that most of these glory kills actually existed in the game. Like, because you'd have to take these guys like and press the right button while you're standing at a very specific angle and moving at a specific speed and stuff like that to get the different animations to happen. Anyway, so in this one he does sort of like a sweep where we see his foot. This is an interesting frame right here where I don't think we're supposed to be seeing whatever this shape is right here. Anyway, his foot comes out down here. And we get this like moment where so between these two frames right here, where this part of the leg is kind of stationary in screen, or at least we have a chance to see the foot. This is probably one of the faster ones, I would say. And here it is again. It's sort of staying in this, I just kicked out this person's leg position. Down here, in this part of the screen. And look at this. Between frame 270 and 271, the foot barely moves. It stays right here. Oop, oh god. Let me just press play again. It stays... right here, in this spot. And then it lingers here, right? So, what did we learn? We learned that in order for an action to read, you don't necessarily have to see the entire action. You just have to see the end of the action in this case. The other thing that you see, and that we haven't even touched on yet, is this guy. So even if you don't see the foot, you see the guy trip over. Like, that's clear as day. You see his feet in the center of the screen right here. And you see the one foot stay planted. And the foot come up, the other foot come up off the ground. And that's like universal symbol, right, for whoa, fallen over. And then we have a few frames to read this action, right? He's in the air floating. This is important. This is important because what's about to happen is he comes down, but he doesn't just come down, he comes down with the help of Doom Guy's fist, which comes in from over here. I don't remember him ever being purple. Maybe it was like a mod or something they had turned on, or I'm not sure. Purple and yellow. And this is an interesting one because you don't really get a chance to see, like, this is the screen space right here where you would expect the action to happen, but it sort of shifts over here. And we only get to read the skull of the, I don't know, demon for like one frame. before it explodes. And if you play it at speed, it's not quite enough. It's not. I feel like I would need one more frame, possibly of while he's in the air, Doom Guy's fist being like right here, except that the camera angle would be like this, I guess. And then the next frame would be his skull on the ground, potentially if you had like a blend shape of it coming apart or something like that. And then the final frame would be this impact. And you would get like a nice shutter through the arm, which you kind of do get. There's a little bit of like a overlap, or a tiny little bit of overlap on the arm. And then he blends back into that neutral combat pose with the gun up, like there. I think it's just like a get ready animation, probably. Ready gun. I'm not sure if it's on purpose or not, but this arm is stuck up in the air like this. It looks a little bit like it got caught in like ragdoll or something. But I really like it. And the more that I look at it, the more that I feel like it isn't a mistake. I have to look at other animations. His arm probably stays up and then flops down, you know? That's probably what happens. We just don't get the time to see it in this clip. Yeah, these glory kills are really something. I mean, this probably isn't the greatest one in this list, or the greatest one of all of them, but they really, I mean, look, this is something like, let's see here. From the moment it starts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 35 before it starts blending with the weapon ready. So that's just over 1 second. Only just. And the task would be, we need the Doom's guy's legs to sweep this guy out. Or maybe the animator would have just been given creative free reign on this. I would have hoped so. But even so, the task is sweep the guy's legs out from under him and punch his head so hard it explodes on the ground. And you've got 30 frames. And that's really tough. That's like a challenge. That would be like, it's, you know, there's all sorts of crazy stuff that needs to go into that. The stuff that we talked about is like communicating that the leg actually sweeps the guy out. And the only way they're doing that is by leaving it over here at the end and showing that this is like a trip. And then the next thing is getting the hand that's supposed to be all the way on screen left, all the way across to screen right, to hit the guy in the head, because his head's on this side for this animation, because he approaches him while he's facing to the left. And then leaving this punch here long enough so that you register like all of this gory ridiculousness. So yeah, let's leave it there. Like this is going to be probably the shortest one yet, and I'm actually coming in under 10 minutes for the first time in the entire series. So yeah, that's been Toolbox for today. Thanks very much for hanging around. I hope everyone has a wonderful weekend. I know I will. And yeah, have a great one. See ya.